Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing great. And the realms just went down. I cannot believe this. Let's see. Let's see if they go back up again fast. Oh, wow. We were just in, and the realms went down right before I started. All right. Come on. Let's see what's going on here. What wonderful timing. Nope. The realms are down. Wonder how long this is going to take. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Did it say anything in discussion? Again, maintenance. The very first thing I say, again, maintenance? What the F are they doing? Not fixing the issue of locking up when transitioning between zones. That's for effing sure. Crash number one, +1. So apparently there's an endless loading screen bug. Oh, wonderful. That's cheery. Nothing in events and announcements about this downtime. Of course, somebody's got to talk about PoE2 lost 95.1% of its player base since launch. It's kind of sort of mainly a single player game, so 19,000 people in the game currently. Does that mean not every realm went down? Or does that mean that the realms are finally back up? I guess we're going to find out. Oh, and while we're thinking about that, I need to fix something real quick. Yeah. Hi, Lillery just went down, and hi. Hello, Drive-By. Happy Thursday. That was absolutely some of the most craptastic timing I've ever seen. Howdy, I hope your real life loading screen isn't acting like the next film tonight. I hope so too. Well, if we can't do Path of Exile, I'm going to have to throw together a quick thumbnail and we'll just switch to something else. Yep, Path of Exile is down right now. Okay, so since we can't do Path of Exile, quick change of plans. Nothing is ever quick with me. Just ask anybody that knows me. We're going to have to play something else. So what say you? We could do something along a similar vein. We got some Grim Dawn we could play. Always fun. Got a couple of different characters I haven't played in a while we could play around with. Anybody interested, say aye. We could go something with a completely different slant. And play... Oh, well, I haven't played this in ages. Some Tribes of Midgard. Could try something I've never tried before. And play Nobody Saves the World. Or we could just do something cheesy like Soulstone Survivors. Or try out this Achilles Survivor. I know, I'm throwing things out fast and furious. But while I let y'all think about it, I am going to try Soulstone Survivors one more time. Not Soulstone Survivors. Wow, my brain. Path of Exile one more time. whatever I like, at least till the servers come up. Well, I don't even know when the servers are coming up because I didn't get a notice until like literally 15 seconds before the servers went down. And there's not even any notice in the server announcements that they were doing this. Just, bleh. And it's like, oh, and by the way, we're taking the servers down right now. I'm like, thanks, guys. That's really wonderful. Yeah, could have given people more than a blink of an eye notice. Nope, still down. All right. So, it seems like the servers found their path of exile. I'll see myself out now. That was a good one. That was a good one, drive-by. So, closest thing we have, we got Grim Dawn. Oh, we also have Last Epoch, although I've been kind of holding off on it until April 17th, when they're supposed to launch Season 2, even though I don't actually play the seasons. I might actually try just to see what the new content is. So I'm kind of trying to hold off on that. Like Monty Python, you could do now for something completely different. Yeah, and I wish that Scam Likely would do something completely different, like not call me. All right. Let me go ahead and change things up real quick. Because we don't want people getting too confused, showing up and going, hey, this isn't Path of Exile. So, give me just a moment. And that is great entertainment. I guess it doesn't matter which Grim Dawn. I'll use that one. All right. Copy. Hey, I can't spell today. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, so that side should be fine. I need to fix the rumble side now. So one more moment. And if you can hear her say hello to Miss Carol, she, of course, has things to say, and she will say them right now. Alright, that should do it. The changes on the Rumble side should take effect shortly. Alright. Sorry about that, everyone. But we got that fixed. Okay, now we can open up Grim Dawn. Since Path of Exile is going to be blah, 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 blah. What do you mean, blah? Steam was unable to sync your Grim Dawn saves with the Steam Cloud. Okay. Well, I'll know pretty quick if I need to close it. Okay. That's not right. Oh, girdy boy. When it rains, it pours tech troubles, doesn't it? Alright. See, it says here that the sync is up to date. At least on my end, it does. All right, hold on a second. I will be right back. Okay. Well, the technical break is over. That was the weirdest thing. I actually had to load it on the other machine, then close it, and then it loaded on this one. Go figure. So, you can either tinker around with the Warlord, or the Purifier, which I haven't played in an age. Don't know what I'm doing with this character. Literally, have no clue what I'm doing with this character. I might delete her. Or we can play with the Catalyst. Or we can tinker with the custom game. play around with the mod and see what other crazy combinations we can come up with. Do you know what? I am feeling like playing the Catalyst, so we're going to do that. Yeah, no points to spend. That's good. We have that. We have that. We have that. We have that. And we have that one. Wow, we've done pretty good. We do not have a port at Burwich Estate. We got to go all the way back to Burwich Village. All right. And glad to hear your wonderful voice, lady. Can't stick around. Take care of that. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you for the compliment. I hope you have a good night. Take care. Get out of my way. Thank you very much. Nothing good in there. Oh, and right. You can go over here to loot filter and uncheck magic so we don't see the yellow items anymore. We will take all those iron bits, though. I need to get a girl a new skill. Now, what does she have on her journal? Literally, the only thing she has on her journal is the warden. I made her a little bit on the tanky side. Just because. Would you go up the stairs? Why will you not go up the stairs? Thank you. Not that as it turned out there was anything really important up here. Excuse me. Die. Thanks. Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, who are we missing? Oh, several skeletons. That's who we're missing. Whoa! Oh, hello. Goodbye. I don't know who the heck you are, but you can stay way over there. Well, whoever they were, they leveled me up. And let's see what we got. Spirit or physique? Definitely going with some physique. Her resistances are not very good. We're going to have to work on that. Well, that's some... I was going to say that's some junk, but it's not really. Actually, it's not really. Oh, it's not at all. I was just complaining about her lack of resistances, and that provides several resistances, more armor. Now she's going to lose her illusion. That's fine for the moment. I can put that back on the next time we're in town. How did we get up here anyway? Lurking! Give you some watch time. Have a wonderful stream, Miss Bella. Well, thank you, Cass. And happy Thursday to you. And let's see. You're streaming this evening, right? Usual time? Oh, that's where we were just at. Ether barrier. All right, so we can't get past that way. We have to find another way past it. Oh, we're not getting past that way, and ew. A stack of dead bodies piled up. Not getting past that way. So my guess is the cellar. Dank cellar. Oh, I guess we do need to summon some skeletons again. And while I'm thinking about it, all right, so she is a mixture of occultist and necromancer. Ooh, I'm putting one in Undead Legion. That'll increase my summon limit by one. That means I should be able to summon 5 instead of 4. And I'll go over here. I'm going to put 1 point in Mend Flesh for the bird, so the heal will be a little better. And then 1 point in Hellhound to make him a little sturdier and stronger. And of course, that means I have to summon everything all over again. Yep, I have 5 skeletons now. There's a wooden door. Where does it take us? Or we're okay, so we've done that shrine. So we've come this far before. Defender of Devil's Crossing. An epic shield. Okay? Just hanging out here. Like, here you go. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Holy smoke. 10% less damage from ether corruptions, 10% less damage from ethereals, 42 defensive ability, increase armor by 9, plus 2 to blitz, which we don't use because wrong class. Seismic blast, 33% chance on block. We're definitely swapping out. Now, this has a lot of damage, a lot more damage than this, but I like the shield. I want to see how this works. If it doesn't work out too well, we'll switch back. Nothing here. There's the home of Warden Krieg. who at the beginning I thought was the most evil man in the game. Then I turned out he was pretty mild by comparison. There are much more evil things in the game than Warden Krieg. Ah, they're coming from this direction. Warden Krieg's journal. I have taken possession of my assigned vessel, the local prison warden. I appeared to him in his bedchamber and proposed the joining. I had anticipated fear and skepticism, but these humans are apparently all too ready to enter into any pact they believe will profit them. Krieg is not a particularly strong-willed human, but he is persistent and constantly scratches at my consciousness. I have him under control, though. Krieg's position as an incarcerator of other humans will greatly facilitate our efforts. His expansive dwelling has a massive cellar that I believe we can use to fashion an underground transit to conceal our activities and the transport of bodies. There is much work ahead to prepare for our glorious dawn, but I rather enjoy this physical body. It has many advantages. Sounds like whatever Ethereal took over Krieg and Krieg were a good match. Journal of Inquisitor Krieg, 3rd and 4th entry. I have no clue if I have the 1st or 2nd entry. And let's take care of whatever just crawled down the stairs. They can go back to the hell from which they came. Is that all of them? Nope. Couple more? Okay. And some criminal records. Now, if you find lore bits and read them, I mean, not usually out loud, but if you read them, they will give you XP points. So it's always good to find them. All right, start with the criminal records. Everett the Bloodbound, a heathen and blood drinker, known associate of chthonic cults and supplier for the heretics. When confronted by the law, Everett unleashed a fury of arcane atrocities upon the enforcers and escaped. Extremely dangerous individual. Personnel not trained to deal with the heathen arts and advised to steer clear. News of sightings or proof of death should be brought before Warden Krieg of Burwich Prison. A reward of 1,200 royal crowns is offered for the successful capture and delivery of Everett the Bloodbound alive. Interesting. Now, Journal of Inquisitor Krieg, 3rd entry. And we do have the first 2 entries. Okay. I finally arrived in Burwich after passing through the dismal area known as Whitemire. For years, tales of supernatural occurrences have circulated around Whitemire, and indeed the name itself makes one uneasy. I hadn't put much stock in them, but my recent experiences lend some credence to the old tales. Nevertheless, I have reached my destination, and it seems the warden of Devil's Crossing, who resides in Burwich, somehow anticipated my arrival. A footman greeted me as soon as I entered town, and insisted I accept Krieg's invitation to be put up at his manor. I find this very peculiar, but I have accepted the offer, as it may be my best chance to investigate the manor itself. I'm going to make this entry as short, as I've just been summoned to join Krieg for supper in the dining hall that should prove illuminating. I've been a guest to Warden Krieg at his manor for over a week now, and my suspicions that something terrible is going on here grow with each day. Every day I set out to some destination in or around Burwich to investigate yet another unusual crime or ominous rumor. Some are easily dismissed as more mundane human crimes, merely fantastic tales, but many of my investigations have come to darker conclusions. I feel there's a pattern emerging here, but I cannot yet put the pieces together. There are peripheral cases, though, and the main purpose of my involvement in them is to give pretense for my prolonged stay in Burwich. Krieg himself has become the focus of my primary investigation. Despite an overwhelming conviction that Krieg is not what he appears to be, and is almost certainly involved in some sort of unnatural activity, I found no irrefutable evidence of wrongdoing that could be used to open an official inquisition. Much of the manor itself is closed off to me. There are rooms upstairs through which Krieg and other visitors come and go, but I am not permitted to enter. Stranger yet, I've awoken in the night to sounds like the creaking of wagons moving along a road, been and looked out my window down upon the village and seen nothing. Where are these sounds coming from? The game of cat and mouse continues, but as of yet, I am not certain who is the cat and who is the mouse. That's because Warden Krieg is a sneaky little... The Warden's Cellar. This must be the Warden's Cellar. And there's the port that I didn't get last time. All right. So if I remember right, the Warden's Cellar is pretty big and convoluted and full of mobs. And also very, very crumbling. As for anything else, I don't remember if it has any shrines. So I will have to be very judicious about exploring it. Huh. Whatever that was, it died pretty quick. Some sort of enemy hero. What we got here? Thought I saw Market Drake. Nope. I thought I saw some sort of amulet or something, but I didn't. That was on the other side. So, nothing there. Nothing there. It's kind of a maze. A maze of cut off corridors, and we'll kind of avoid the poison because if I remember right, yeah, actually my poison resistance is okay. It's only 33% though. So, and not the best. Oh, those are some vague spiders. Hello and goodbye. That didn't lead us anywhere either. Except a bunch of poor unfortunates. They're all dead. There's mobs on the other side. See them? Waiting very impatiently for me. Okay, nothing there. So, how do we get to these guys? Oh, like this. How do we get to those guys? Guess we follow the bodies that are coming to us. Just let the mobs lead you. They'll tell you where to go. Let the poison clear. All right, how do I get to y'all? Oh, maybe this way? Ooh, totem. Make sure there's nothing else to get in our way while we take care of this. Like all this. And a boss. Alright, just when you thought it was safe to play in the Grim Dark, a maelstrom appears to guide you through these travails. Hello, Nordic. Oh, you missed it. We were actually going to be playing some Path of Exile, except literally, as soon as I was starting the stream, the servers went down. It was quite the timing. So we're playing Grim Grim Dawn instead. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Y'all can just stay right out of my face. Okay, that totem is cleared. What did we get? Did we get anything good? Berserker's Cow. It's too bad I'm not playing that class. Looks nice. Dementia. Actually might be good for this character, but she's nowhere near level to use it. Might hold on to it though. Oh well. Nothing she can use right now. Chatbot being picky about comments again. I want it known that I did not bring the servers down. Anyone saying otherwise is lying, I tell you. Also, Miss B, you have no game volume. Oh, shoot. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I had it muted. I had it muted while I was working on the issue or changing things over, and I forgot to unmute it, so that was easy to fix. And the chatbot, I don't know. They did have another update today. They've had like 3 updates, I swear, in almost as many days, so I don't know what's going on with that. You bought a few games in the Steam sale? I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. I'm so mad. I was going to pick up a game in the Steam sale. It was super cheap. It was Enter the Gundam. But before I could buy it, the sale ended. So the price actually went back up to full price before I could even buy it. It was only like $3 and it went back up to 20. I was like, literally, if I had been like just a little faster, I could have gotten it for cheap. But what'd you get? It had to be some sort of real-time strategy game, right? Like Age of Empire or Age of Rome or something like that. Oh, look! Spiders dropping down from the ceiling to say hi to me. Sorry to hear that, Miss B. I won a $50 Steam card, so I picked up a few games. I grabbed the Command & Conquer bundle with every game in it. Easy Red 2 with all front bundles, SimCity 3000, and Warplan and Warplan the Pacific, which are 2 large hex encounter games covering the entirety of World War II. Oh, well, you know, I didn't even think about Command & Conquer. Yeah, I can see you enjoying those. Ooh. Anything good in there? Eyes of Flame. The heck is that? Epic Helm. Burn damage over 3 seconds. Fire damage, burn damage, vitality resistance. It's part of a set. It's a set for a demolitionist, which she is not. What she's using is still better. That doesn't mean I won't hold on to it. A friend of mine in Australia plays the Easy Red 2 all the time, and I thought it would be cool to play with him. He needs my tactical mind. The Charby ones keep killing him in the campaign game. I've never heard of Easy Red 2. I've heard of SimCity 3000 because, you know, SimCity has been around for a while. I think I even played an old version of SimCity, like, way back. But I was more of a Sims than a SimCity. Dang. Easy Red 2 is a first-person shooter covering the entirety of World War II. You can play as all sides in campaign games and player versus player. It has PvP, huh? Well, that's got to make it pretty... Oh, interesting. I guess I should spend a point. Physique or Spirit? We don't seem to be losing a whole lot of mana right now, so I'll go with Physique. Although Spirit would give me more magic damage. Now we'll still go with Physique. Okay. Go back here. Is there anything I want further on in here? Eventually I want Storm Spirit. Not worried about it right now. Could get Dreeg's Evil Eye. Curse of Frailty. That would be a good one. Or I could try Ill Omen. I have not tried that one on my Conjurer. Energy cost. It's got a big energy cost. 5-second recharge, 3-second duration, 2-meter target area, 12 cold damage, 13 vitality decay per second. Confuse target for 2 seconds, reduce target damage for 1 second, and a decrease of 15% to their movement speed. Ill Omen. The omens be ill, and the portent saith doom is in the air this evening. Dreg's Evil Eye would be good, though. Summons one of the infinite eyes of Dreeg, the great guardian of the hidden realm. The eye quickly speeds towards the target and then detonates itself. 9 energy cost, a half-meter radius, 17 acid damage, 54 poison damage over 3 seconds. Be afraid because I have gone poetic. See, this one I use on my Conjurer. Curse of Frailty. It decreases their movement speed by 25%. It decreases their physical resistance by 5%. And then decreases their bleed resistance by 8%. But I'm going to try to do, mix things up a little because she's also a pet, a summoning class. So she uses some of the same pets. She doesn't use the skeletons, but she does use the crow familiar and the hellhound. So I feel like I want to kind of mix things up a little bit. And I don't think I'm using Dreeg's Evil Eye with her. You want me to try Dreeg's Evil Eye, or not Dreeg, Ill Omen? Okay, I could try it. See what happens. Put 2 points in that. And then I can either make my skeleton warriors beefier, or I could put another point in the familiar and make it stronger. Let's do that. Alright. Done. These are committed. Oh, and maybe I should, okay. So we're going to put the familiar, the hellhound, and the skeletons over here so I can clear, clear, clear. And then in the one slot, I want to put Ill Omen. All right. This spot is clear. I just have to work my way back. And since this place is created as an honest-to-God maze, you and mazes do not mix. You get lost too easily. Well, this game has a lot of mazes, so I just have to live with them. Oh, shoot! What it? I died. Woohoo! Well, handy chance to come sell some junk. I think I was standing in something that was poisonous and didn't realize it until it was too late. Alright, we can sell that. While we're here, see, where is our... There we go. Okay, I'll use that. Oh, nope. That. And for the shield, We'll do that. It's just cosmetic, but, you know.
Got something stashed.
Yep, I have some things that need stashed. It's the primal ring. Anything in here that I might use? Wait a second. Oh, that might be helpful. None of this armor has any enhancements on it.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Let's see what we can do there.
Best I can with what I got.
All right. Amber used in melee weapon, shield, and caster offhand. H2 lightning damage, 25% lightning damage, plus 25% electrocute damage, 10% physical damage converted to lightning damage. That actually might be a nice one for the shield. Let's see what else we can do. Poison and acid resistance. That should use in all armor. Definitely want one of those. So I don't know which piece of armor I'm putting this on. I think I'll put it on the shoulders. Okay, that gets my poison resist up to 53%. Physique and shield block chance, that's a shield one. Health and constitution, that's armor. Weapon, shield, and caster offhand. Nah. Melee, shield, and caster offhand. Cold damage, frostburn damage. This one actually includes a bonus to pets, too. I made a decision about tabletop RPGs. I'm only going to run and play Beck Me D&D and Traveler. Leaning heavily towards Traveler is my only TTRPG. I'm actually looking at Castles and Crusades myself. Although, white box D&D sounds good. So, let's see, Coldstone and Amber are both looking good. I recently gave Castles and Crusades a whirl, and it's not a bad game. I had fun playing it a couple of times. See, I have a lot of stuff for Castles and Crusades that I got through, like, Humble Bundle. This has cold resist on it. That's in all armor. This one has fire damage. And it also grants fire damage to pets. This one includes a little health or cold resist and reduced freeze duration, and it can be put on rings. Literally, only rings. Yeah, I did get it for free because, yeah. there's a lot of stuff you can make. Ether resistance. We want that. That is this. We definitely want purified salt. So that goes in weapon shields and caster offhand. Of course. I haven't put, oh, okay. All right, that got our ether resistance up to 55%. Because if I remember right, the big boss does big ether damage, so we want that. That's like not even a question. So even if I change my shield or weapon out, I'm still going to want to do that. Pierce resistance. Okay, so we can't do anything that's weapon, shield, or caster offhand, because we're done with that. Amulets and medallions. Movement speed, elemental resist, bleed resist. Let's bleed. I'm assuming elemental means just across the board all the... I think you told me something about it, yes. Might go with the ward stone for the ring. I am paying attention to you, by the way. Just so you know. Health, cold resist. Energy regen. Alright, so we do want the ward stone. Yes, I think. Yes, it does cover all the... all of these up here. Border models, 135th Israeli Merkava MK2D with full interior. I need to get my hands on a few paints I don't have, but need for it before you can start. That sounds like it's going to be quite the fun thing to do. Now it seems like the only thing I have left is rings and most of the armor. So Oh wait, this could be used in metals too. Okay. The customization on this is pretty insane. Instructors say 38 steps to complete the model, but those 38 steps are in depth and time consuming. Plus, I have to do a lot of painting and sub-assemblies in order to get everything painted. Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. No lie. Pierce and bleed resist. I could use that pierce resist, but I can't make any, so it doesn't matter. I do not have the resilient plating for it. All right. Now, I could make a skilled hide or two. 35 to armor, increases armor absorption by 20%. That could be a good one. Okay, don't need that. It's definitely going to be a labor of love, so to speak. Interior kits are a lot of work. I've only built one other before, and it was a Tiger 2. It sounds to me like you've got a lot more patience than I would with that. I would probably be... getting all frustrated with it. Alright, so... I know I put an anti-venom salve in something. I can't... Oh, the helm. I really feel like I should put an anti-venom salve in something else. Maybe the boots. Alright, that gets our poison resist up to 73%. It also gives us more health. It gives us more health regen, so it gives us plus 20 to health regen per second between the two of them, and an extra 48 to our armor. Oh wait, we have. No. Wait. Yeah, we have two of them. It's the shoulders and the boots. Model building takes a lot of patience. I get frustrated with it at times, but it's part of the build. $90 to health and 25% constitution. I mean, that could be good. Put that on the gloves. Oh, that did help quite a bit. definitely going to do 2 of the scaled hides. Because that's the one that increases armor absorption. Alright, I still have 2 armor pieces and the rings. I can make 1 more bristly fur. That was the health one. Put that on the helm. I really don't need the cold resist, but I feel like I want the reduced freeze and petrify duration that frozen heart. Oh, I can't make it anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay. Wish I could only show what I can make. Alright, I can make molten skin, and although I don't need the fire resist, the reduction in burn duration might be good. But that's only for armor. Well, I can put it on the belt. Alright, so we'll do that. I don't think I can really make anything else right now. At least nothing I can actually use. Armor. Guns, crossbows, and offhand. Armor. Melee weapons, shielding, offhand. Guns, crossbows, and offhand. Guns, crossbows, and offhand. Armor. Nope. 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 Yep, that's it for now. Alright, but that should help her out a little bit. So that was Warden's Cellar Rift, which we're going to have to fight through stuff again. Because when you die, stuff respawns. At least it usually does. Ah, maybe it didn't this time. So our body is over here. And Miss Carol has things to say again. So everybody say hello to her. Okay, so there's where we died, in there. Okay, that is what it is. So that green goop, whatever it is poisonous. That was the really dumb move on my part to be standing in the poison. But the poison resist, fortunately, kind of helped mitigate that a little bit. It still would have killed me, just not quite as quickly. How much gold do I have left? Actually, it's not gold in this game, it's iron bits. Only 33,000. I'm relatively poor. What's for dinner tonight? Meatloaf. Meatloaf is for dinner tonight. Not the singer. That would be weird. What is being had with meatloaf? Probably some sort of mashed potatoes and green beans. Because I love green beans. Yeah, are my favorite. That it? We can't go that way. And there's nothing else in there. Which means we gotta go through El Mucco again. Tasty. I'm making Swiss steak and mashed potatoes, baking cube steak and cream and mushroom soup for an hour and 15 minutes. Hey, that sounds pretty good too. No lie, that sounds pretty tasty too. The underground transit. Thinking about making a meatloaf for Saturday. Hey, go for it. Meatloaf is a classic. And it's a classic for a reason. Now, here's a question for you. Gravy or ketchup? Wish I had julienne potatoes, but they don't seem to be stocked anywhere in the stores here. I go with ketchup, but not on the meatloaf itself while it's baking. Okay, fair enough. See, I like to do it a little bit of on the meatloaf while it's baking, and then put a thicker coating of it in like the last 20 minutes. Because I like it a little, to give it a little bit of a crust. Nothing good there, except the iron bits. If I remember right, julienne is the ones that look like the little fries, right? Because the scallops are the almost potato chip looking ones. It wouldn't be that hard to julienne some potatoes. Although that does take a lot of extra work, to be perfectly honest. I'm lazy, so no extra work, please. Fair enough. I could have sworn there was something here. But it might be in the next area. I know that there's a shrine in the next area. Mongoose Traveler 2E? I've never heard of it. Alright, that loops us back around to the front again. Traveler is a science fiction TTRPG that was been around almost as long as Dungeons and Orcs. Oh, look at her big bruiser. I don't know if you could see him very well, but she's got a big old bruiser for a skeletal warrior. Is there something in there? Oh, there is. I have not seen the new Battlestar Galactica, no, but I have seen Firefly. It's been a while, though. And it was kind of a mess because, well, Fox kind of put it out in a mess. Kind of out of order and everything. Ah, there's the shrine I was looking for. And I do not have an ether crystal. Okay, hold that thought. I'm about to have one. Okay. I have an ether crystal now. Okay. That is cleansed. Now, I have a devotion point to spend. Where am I spending it? I finished this one. Or have I? Yes, I have finished this one. Okay, so I've spent 5 points. I spent 1 point here to open up this section, and I spent 4 points in Stag. Now, where can I spend a point? Panther might be good. I like Falcon. But in order to do that, I'd have to put an affinity, or I'd put a point here to even start it. Lion. If I choose to make her a sword and board type of girl, I could use Scarab, because that gives her some extra shield damage. Yeah, well, Scarab's got things like physique and armor, shield damage block, increased armor, bleeding resistance, reduced stun duration, shield damage blocked, and acid retaliation. That's not bad. I like to get devotions that give her really good pet bonuses too, though, and that didn't have anything for pet bonuses. So, like, the Panther has pet bonuses. It increases my crit damage, offensive ability, but it also increases the pet's damage and crit damage and their offensive ability. So that could be a really good one. This one would increase physique, armor, and retaliation, and give the pet some extra health. The Panther, well, requires start earlier in Constellation. Oh, I have to start with that one. Okay. So the Panther works from the back foot forward. So I would get 12% offensive ability, and the pets would get 2% offensive ability. Okay, that sounds good to me. So we'll work on the Panther. I'll need 3 more points to finish that off. What time is it? Okay, we have a little bit of time left. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. That's the underground transit rift, so that just loops back that way. We're almost at another level again. almost doesn't count. It does in this game when leveling is super fast. Like I said, we've just leveled up again. All right. How do you go about leveling up? Can you do that in the dungeon? You level up. Yeah. I mean, these creatures are pretty much on par with her level, so you kill them, you get your XP. I think I'm going to go with Spirit this time because it'll give her extra magic damage and energy regen and a little extra energy, which she does not have a ton of. She still doesn't have a ton of it, but she'll have more damage and regen, so that's good. We'll do another ill omen. And we'll put the other 2 points in the familiar. One in its base, and then one in its healing. Now I need to resummon it. 6. Alright. Oh, did some things come crawling out of the woodwork? Yes, they did. See all these tracks? This is all the carts that that Inquisitor was hearing at night. That's why he couldn't see them, because they were all underground. Oh, and we just killed an enemy hero. Woohoo! Another boss killed. That place needs a major deep clean. Oh, it needs more than a deep clean, trust me. This place needs an exorcism. Another boss bites the dust. Yep. And this game will throw mobs at you, including multiple various bosses. For an ARPG, it's very fun. It's a quite an enjoyable game, and after all these years, it's one that they're still actively working on. In fact, it's supposed to be getting a new expansion sometime this year. Don't know which quarter, but the expansion's going to include a new area, a new class, which in this game, when you get a new class, you're getting multiple new classes. I forgot a chest. Okay. I'll go back. So that's a dead end. No emphasis on the dead. Where was this chest that I missed? I missed the frozen heart. Oh, I need that. Need that frozen heart. Definitely can't leave that behind. Okay, get rid of you real quick before you spawn anything else. Was that it? Was that the thing you said I missed? I mean, you might have. It's almost impossible to tell. There was a couple boxes here. The only thing I got out of them was a couple iron bits, although I'm not turning down iron bits, really. How's our bag space looking? Pretty good. What we got here? Hound's Bite. Can't use it because we need a cunning of 165. But if we did, it would have 51 more damage per second. I'd have to get at least 2 more levels, I think, to get that cunning needed to use it. I will move it over here. What's this? Explorer's Cover. Physique, health, experience gain, pierce resist, chaos resist. Might be worth looking at. I don't think I'll use it. That doesn't mean it's not worth looking at. And all those other bits are different components for making those things that I made to put in the armor and stuff. The hidden laboratory. And there is the final portal. A laboratory. The warden must be nearby. And the Inquisitor's 5th and 6th entries. And some poor saps that were stuck in cells. Alright, so there's the 5th entry. Krieg has gotten the better of me, and I am presently at his mercy, imprisoned beneath his manor. Seeing no other way to progress in my investigation, I forced my way into the locked portion of the manor and found myself in a veritable house of horrors. The unusual sorcery on the lock should have been my first clue that I was dealing with something more extraordinary than some rogue occultist. My search led me through a room filled with the rotting bodies of men and women subjected to brutal torture or horrible experimentation, or perhaps some mix of the two. Behind the manor, I found a door leading down into the earth beneath the estate, where I found myself quickly lost in an implausibly large dungeon. It wasn't long before I sensed things moving in the darkness around me, as they quickly closed in, surrounding me. As I prepared to fight for all I was worth, Grieg's massive form emerged from the shadow, his face expressionless. He spoke coolly, as though nothing at all was out of the ordinary, and invited me to tour his facility. While I had no doubt that something unpleasant was planned for me, it at least delayed my confrontation with the living horrors gathered in the dark. Sixth entry. I've lingered in this dank cell for one long, unsettling day and night of terrors. Krieg allowed me to witness the process by which they are preserving human bodies for what he calls the glorious dawn. I have gotten glimmerings of another consciousness within Krieg, which is joined with, or possibly in control of him. From the way he spoke, it is clear that this is only some small part of a much greater conspiracy, and I suspect many other persons in key positions have been possessed by things akin to that which now inhabits Krieg. I was arrogant in my initial handling of Krieg, and seriously misjudged the power and scale of the threat we are faced with. Fortunately, Krieg's own arrogance has likewise led him to misjudge the resourcefulness of his prisoner. He has invited me to ascend beyond humanity by pledging myself to his cause, or to join his inventory of embalmed corpses. I've been left to contemplate this decision, but the cell, even magically warded, cannot hold the likes of me, and I have no intention of being here when Krieg returns my answer. So the Inquisitor, being some sort of an occultist himself, escaped. That probably pissed Krieg off. That had to have pissed him off to no end. Had better to be pissed off, ticked off than pissed on, right? Gerthrin's notes, first entry. Oh, and reading notes gives you a lore bonus, so a little bit of experience points just from reading. It is unclear why the Ethereals are so interested in tissue preservation. One of my colleagues has posited that they may intend to use human corpses as vessels for possession when they bring more of their kind into our realm. Wagon loads of corpses continue to stream in, day and night. The sheer quantity is staggering, and I begin to suspect that they are not merely executed criminals as we've been told. You'd think? LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow would be proud. I don't know, I kind of screwed that one up a little. Although I have been told I have a pleasant voice. Multiple times. The living quarters. Maybe the unliving quarters. Gertrude's second entry. We entered stage 2 of our trials today, but the results were not what I had anticipated. We progressed to the point where the corpses can endure for months, possibly years, with minimal, mostly external deterioration. Our ethereal overseer seemed satisfied, and he, or it, unexpectedly placed his hand upon one of the corpses and released a spark of ethereal energy. The thing began to move as if it were alive. It was a ghastly sight. What I found far more troubling, though, is that these corpses are clearly not meant to serve as ethereal hosts. It has become known to me that they prefer living hosts. The sheer number of corpses they are hauling, though, suggests a far worse realization: an army. And his final entry. This will be my last entry, as I have determined to end my life. I cannot bring myself to carry out these abominable experiments any longer. I may have already doomed humanity with my actions, but I have long felt shunned by my fellows at the Academy, and thought the Ethereals could offer me something greater. I can no longer be a part of this. I fear that if they find me, they will use me for their experimentations, so I must be discreet. Returning as one of those things would be unbearable. Oh, there's a pair of bosses in there. Isn't that wonderful? And they're coming out to say hello. And yes, that one actually spoke. It said death is only the beginning. Well, that actually is a line from a movie. I don't know if you remember the Chronicles of Riddick. I've seen it, but not in a long time. Yeah. Well, if you remember, the bad guys practically worship death. And that was something that they said. Death is only the beginning. And there's Girthran. So I guess they found him after all. And we just killed him. So I guess we just gave Girthran peace finally. Marauder's gloves, huh? Well, it's part of a set called Marauder's Justice. Good for Demolitionist or Arcanist, neither of which I am. Nice, though. No, because they are two separate subclasses. So, now that you've asked, I did mention that when you get a new class in this game, you're not just getting one class. Let me go ahead and open up my skill window. You can see there are two classes listed here. I have Occultist and Necromancer. And the combination of the two classes creates a third class, which is the Kabbalist. That's items that are hidden. So, normal items, white items, and yellow items. So, anything that's not like particularly special, because this game throws stuff at you constantly. And if you don't start filtering out loot, you're just going to be inundated with stuff. But, yeah. So you have your base classes. And from early on in the game, like I think the very beginning, you choose your first class. And then at level 10, you pick your second class. And the combination of the two classes is the class you become. So because she chose the two classes she chose, she became a Kabbalist. So there's, can't remember how many base classes there are, but from them there is quite a range of quite a large range, and with the introduction of the new class that is coming, that range is going to get even bigger. In fact, I think if I remember right, it's something like the combinations all together are going to be something like, I want to say it's something in the range of 80 but I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a whole lot of variety in this game that you really do not get with other action RPGs. It's one of the reasons I like it. Oh, yeah, we did level up again. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to put it in cunning. Oh, well. Physique is good. She could use that. And I'm actually going to pump a bunch of points into my Hellhound here. Make him nice and beefy. I'm missing... I know there's one more note. I don't know if I've just missed it or if it's further on. But it's a final piece to Gertrude's story. However, I do have to cut it short here because I have been informed that it's dinner time. I have not eaten. Well, I can tell you the rest of it because I do know it. There is a note from his fellow scientist who essentially says that Gertrude was a fool and that he should have been fully on board with the glorious dawn. And of course they knew what he was planning on doing. So they easily found his body and made an example of him. That example, of course, which we took care of and put the poor man to his final rest. Yes, I will be playing Morrowind tomorrow. But yes, I need to go ahead and go eat my dinner, and then I have Valheim with my friend Gus, so we'll be doing that together. However, I do want to thank you for stopping by, Nordic. You have a good evening too. Appreciate you, and I hope to see you tomorrow for Morrowind. And hopefully we won't be getting into too many hijinks. And for everybody else who stopped by, drive by, thank you for coming in. JV, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Cass, thank you. Always appreciate you stopping by. Everybody else who might have popped in and out, or well, maybe you stuck around for a little bit and didn't say anything. I appreciate you too. You are seen and appreciated. But next time, stop say hi. I promise I don't bite. As I was telling Nordic, tomorrow we'll be getting up to some hijinks and Morrowind, and hopefully not getting dead too many times. Saturday, if Drive-By's up for it, we will be flying the skies in the loft. And Sunday, Thorman will be wandering the Scuttle Dells in Lotro. And if you don't want to miss all the fun, and you haven't already, well, you know all the clicky things to do on the website. But, once again, thank you. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night. Have a fantastic Friday. And until next time, bye for now.